Hello and welcome! I'm going to run through several quick facts that I know you'll find pretty interesting, or even amazing. If you do, be sure to let me know in the comments. All right, let's go. Figs contain as much calcium as milk. Did you know that? Dried figs especially contain about the same amount of calcium as an 8-ounce serving of skim milk, around 300 milligrams worth. Other foods that are also high in calcium are almonds, leafy greens, fortified flour, as well as soybean-derived foods like tofu and edamame. So there. Those of you who might be milk and lactose intolerant simply have little excuse now to get your daily calcium. You're welcome. Did you grow up in the 1980s like I did? Well, you might like this one if you don't already know. The band Toto, made famous for their single Africa, was also Michael Jackson's backing band on the album Thriller. Yes, several members of the band Toto, including Steve and Jeff Porcaro, Steve Lukather, and David Paich, were involved in Michael's album recording and production. Pretty cool, huh? Otto von Bismarck, also known as the Iron Chancellor of Germany, was famous for his strategic alliances and diplomatic skills, unifying the German states under Prussian leadership. He is widely considered a master of political maneuvering, particularly known for his skillful diplomacy and ability to navigate complex European politics to achieve his goal of unifying Germany through strategic alliances and calculated wars, often employing the policy of realpolitik. All of this helped maintain Germany's position in a peaceful Europe. Did you know that simply changing fonts can save you a considerable amount of printer ink? On average, using lighter fonts can save about 10% on ink for inkjet printers that use old-style cartridges. Certain fonts like Century Gothic, Times New Roman, and Garamond are designed with thinner lines, resulting in less ink usage compared to thicker fonts like Arial, making them more ink-efficient options when printing documents. Now that's something to write about. The word Pamukkale in Turkish translates to cotton castle. It's a remarkable site in southwestern Turkey that features stunning white travertine terraces formed by natural hot springs. This mineral-rich water cascades slowly down the hillside into pools below, creating a visually striking landscape. This area has been drawing visitors to its thermal springs since the time of classical antiquity. Scottish physician and microbiologist Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin by accident in 1928. He noticed that mold growing on a petri dish of bacteria prevented the bacteria from growing. In fact, finding the mold was indeed killing the bacteria. He quickly isolated the substance and named it Penicillium notatum. This discovery led to the development of penicillin, one of the most important antibiotics in medical history. Got a stuffed-up nose? Grab an onion or two. Yeah, really. Although there's no scientific consensus to support it, many believe onions, particularly white or yellow onions, can help clear a blocked nose due to their high sulfur content, which is thought to help thin and loosen mucus, making it easier to clear. Don't like onions? Well, maybe we'll give you another remedy idea in another video. Then again, probably not. By pure coincidence, the Sun is about 400 times the size of our Moon and about 400 times further away from Earth. It's why the Sun and the Moon appear to be the same size and why we experience total solar eclipses, where the Moon can completely block the Sun's disk. And who said astronomy wasn't interesting? Did you know the legendary figure Johnny Appleseed was a real person? His name was John Chapman, who established numerous apple orchards in the American Midwest. He began his work in the 1790s, moving west and planting apple seeds and seedlings to provide food and hard apple cider for settlers. While the legend often portrays him as a barefoot wanderer in ragged clothes, the real Johnny was a businessman with a passion for helping others. The oldest unopened bottle of wine was found in a Roman tomb in the town of Carmona in southern Spain. The urn containing the wine also held the cremated remains of 2 individuals, along with a golden ring, all of which were estimated to be around 2,000 years old. Researchers chemically analyzed the bottle's contents to confirm it was indeed wine, identifying key minerals and biomarkers. All humans who lived before the 1820s had never heard of dinosaurs. Specifically, it wasn't until then that scientists began to piece together the existence of these prehistoric giants. Dinosaur fossils had been found throughout history in various cultures, but people back then often attributed these fossils to legendary creatures like dragons or giants, or they didn't fully grasp their significance as remains of extinct life. All right, this one gets a little sciencey, but I'll keep it brief. Would you believe me if I told you that water can remain a liquid even below its freezing point? It can. When water is pure and completely undisturbed, it can be cooled well below its freezing point without any ice crystals forming. This phenomenon is called supercooling. For water to freeze, it needs a place for ice crystals to start forming with disturbances like shaking or the introduction of impurities. Either can suddenly trigger rapid freezing, transforming supercooled water into ice almost instantaneously. All right, and there you have it. Pretty interesting, right? Thought so. Take a minute and comment your thoughts or which fact you liked best, would you? See you in the next video.